What's up, citizens? This is Tyler Ruffin.
Sitters, what's good?
Hey, Chris Martinez.
What's happening?
And we are front porch, sitting at the OG front porch, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of, man. It's moved a little bit, but this is where it originated.
I mean, not here, but here.
The idea.
Right.
The idea originated at the Blue House.
At the Blue House. Oh, man. Fun times at the Blue
I was
House.
just about to say, for those of you who never experienced the Blue House, I'm sorry.
That's truly a travesty.
I am honestly sorry because man, great times. And then there was the Red House.
The Red House was fun as well.
The Red House
but the
had
Blue
probably
House,
like a bigger group of people that exclusive.
very much so, but it was,
Oh, man.
yeah.
Great group.
I was
Great.
only there a handful of times.
You went to the Blue House?
No, he didn't go to the Blue House.
You never
You
been
only
to
went
the Blue
What
House.
was that?
No. The
Oh.
front
The
porch.
front porch was
The front
at the
porch
Blue
was at the Blue
House.
House, but front porch sitting was at the Red House.
When the podcast came about, we were at the Red House.
Yeah.
But the idea.
It
Was at the Blue
originated
House.
at the Blue House. The Blue House was a great time. We had Bradford, we had Jesse, Newton, all of the group. Man, it was just, man.
Jay Wood.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jay Wood,
Yes.
I'll tell you what. If you need a gun to protect your family during a crisis,
Yeah.
during a hurricane,
Yes.
things are crazy.
Shoot the hurricane.
Shoot. I mean,
Make it go away. That's the name of the show.
shoot the hurricane.
Shoot the hurricane.
If you need a gun, listen, go buy JW Weaponry. They are the premier gun store in the South. They are always loaded, always able to take care of you, hook you up with the right stuff. Go see those guys. Mention the front porch. Get 5.
Yep.
Discount.
You get a
5%, I think.
Yeah.
It is
There's
five.
not because he doesn't market them like up at all. So if he does anything more than 5, he's almost losing
Yeah,
money.
he's not making either.
Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, Joey, what's the number to JW Weaponry?
The number to JW Weaponry is 386-243-8587.
Listen, for the sitters, if you can't tell, we're in a new location. Joey still doesn't have internet because of Hurricane Helene, so we were trying to scramble things together to get the podcast going. We all had stuff going on tonight, so this is the quickest we could get things up and running at Chris's house.
Yes, and we missed you all last week. Hope everyone's safe through the storm. Hope the house is in order. We lose power, we lose internet, but end of the day, like, we hope we don't lose anybody. We don't have any catastrophic damage. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of people have. So our thoughts and prayers go out to those people, those families affected severely by the storm. It's crazy how fast, like, things get taken out of perspective and then put right back into perspective.
1,000%, buddy.
It's like when you don't have power, you freak out, right?
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
But then you do get power and you're so appreciative and thankful, and then you get to see what others are going through and how they're on their roof stranded. Like, can't imagine. So you go like perspective, really, really fast.
That's sharp, Chris.
It's powerful, right?
That's good stuff.
But
right
seriously,
there.
it makes you.
It is 100%.
Yeah.
Me and my wife talk about that all the time because when we bought our house, we dealt with a leaky roof for like 8 years. And then we finally got it fixed. And so every single time it rains, we're like, man, I love my roof.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like such a simple thing, but like you said, perspective.
Perspective, 100%. I mean, it's major. It's major. So again, those who are going through it, we thoughts and prayers with you because we know it's severe in certain places.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But to help. Go ahead.
I was just going to say the stuff that I saw out of like West North Carolina and East Tennessee, man, that was horrific. And then same in Florida at the coast. I mean, our counties, Columbia, Suwannee. Travis said it was a struggle for him up in Valdosta. I know Brock lives up in Valdosta. He said two houses over from him, a tree fell on a house. Like it was bad in a lot of places.
Yes, Coach Shoop lives in Valdosta. He works at Columbia High School, and so every morning kind of get an update, and he's like, "Yeah, no power, no sign of power." Like, terrible. It's terrible. His elderly mother doesn't have power, so he's like trying to get the generator ready to come back to work, and it's like it's just tough. It's just hard on people.
It is. It really is.
So we know we're thoughts and prayers are with you.
Absolutely, 100%. Just
Well,
get
we
the
do
kid to work.
have a full show for you tonight, and if you haven't, please go ahead, like and subscribe. Oh boy, yeah, there's that. Okay,
Well,
nothing. We're experiencing some. We have a new computer, and so things are moving.
I see.
There
I
we
see.
go. I don't
New
know.
computer, though. New computer. Thanks to you sitters, we're able to buy these types of things, do these types of things. So we appreciate you very, very much. Shout out to Trey Hosford in the chat. What's the I'm talking about? Me, I'm drinking water personally, but you're talking about Joey's drinking Gator Light.
Yeah, I don't know if he was talking about me or you in that scenario. I'm not sure.
It had to be Joey because it's like a very odd looking.
I had a Gator Light tonight, actually.
I don't think
I
ever had one of those.
I did a lot of sweating today. I ran around a lot.
Oh boy.
Not really ran, but like just moved around a lot. So I did a lot of sweating. So I figured I should replenish some of that. Make sure I don't cramp during the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Got to do that. Make sure we don't cramp
He has
during the
left
show.
mid-show.
Yeah, I've done that
We
before.
were just talking about that. All right, let's get into the show.
Let's
talk
do
about
it. Let's get into the show.
Talk,
That's my
where do
boy.
you want to go first? Want to go Florida State first?
I want to talk about Travis Smith. I might be a scumbag. Left my parents high and dry when I found out I had power at my house.
You're like green sludge in your veins, Trav. Come on,
That's
dude. Are you
incredible.
serious?
I absolutely love it.
You didn't even invite him over? Like, Jesus. Okay, yeah, cool, awesome. Trav, Scumbag of the Year award. Waylon. Hey, man. Hope you guys are doing all right down there. I was glad I didn't have power to watch that game.
Did you watch it?
I had power to watch that game. I watched every snap. Made me sick. When they threw the pick six, I just laughed. I was like, all right, whatever.
I can't wait to talk about Florida State here in a little bit.
Oh, my God.
You want to go to them first, or do you want to go?
Yeah, let's go first. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Rip the Band-Aid off. The scab, too.
So DJU, is he starting or no?
No, sir. Broken hand, so he is out. So they're going to go Brock Glenn against Clemson. Love that for the kid. Way to get him ready.
Yeah.
Way to let him give him some snaps and some other games.
It's almost as bad as running, your quarterback out there for his first game against Georgia. Who would do that?
Yeah, the Gators did that.
Not Dan Mullen. He wouldn't.
AR called him out, too.
Yeah, he did.
That was tough.
It was.
Tough scene.
Tough look. Do you want to go back and talk about SMU, or do you just want to skip that altogether?
No. We're not skipping that. We're going to stand in the paint. That's what we do. We're not doing that. We're not front runners. Ride with it. You die with it. The wheels come off. Right on the rim. And we're riding on the rim right now. Joey, I don't know, man. It was just a very poor display of football. I think they're inept on offense. I think at times they're extremely inept on defense. I don't think they play with a lot of effort. It doesn't seem as there's like a great sense of urgency on either side of the ball. I don't think they have answers on defense, and I don't think they try to create problems on offense right now, and that is in itself a problem.
Right.
So, look, if an offense is giving you something that you're not, familiar with, or you're not sure how to adjust, can I talk for just brief for a minute, like just vamp a little bit?
I want you to, yes.
My biggest thing that I would say my growth as a coordinator, and I have light years to go, but like what I've gotten much better at as I've gotten a little bit older and experienced and done this is try to take away what the offense is doing now, like what they put on film or what they put on tape, and then foresee or try to project what their answer will be to my answer.
Right.
So we're playing chess right now, and so I have the next move because what they've put on tape is what they put on tape. Typically that's who they are. And so I have the next move. And so I make my move, and now I'm trying to figure out, okay, cool, this will stop what they're doing. What is their adjustment to my answer? And then you have to have another adjustment to go to. That's all this is. It's just a game of chess, really, of strategy and execution, of course.
Of course.
I can have the best plan in the world. If we can't tackle it, we don't block, then it doesn't matter. Right? And I just don't feel like they have something to go to, Florida State, Adam Fuller and company. I don't know that they were bailed out last year by all those guys that were drafted. I don't know, but maybe they were.
I mean, you would have to think so, Chris. I mean,
it looks like it now.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
It looks like it now.
Just based on what I see right now, it feels very, very like they were bailed out at this point. Could be wrong, but that's just the way I see it.
Through 5 games now? Mm-hmm. I can't find a legitimate platform to stand on to argue that. So I'm not going to. At some point, you got to believe what you're showing me, and we're not able to make adjustments, and then the adjustments we are making, they're not sticking, or we're not able to execute them, and so it's the coaching isn't getting through. So I don't know. That's the defense side of the ball. The offensive side of the ball is a mystery. From your outside perspective, what do you think? What do you think is going on? And then I'll give my opinion.
So Travis said, it looked like they call plays by pulling them out of a hat. Nothing sets anything up. There's basically what I was going to say. Not exactly what I was going to say, but like the rhythm. There's just zero rhythm at all. Like that's a great analogy and exactly the way it seems, honestly.
Yeah.
Like There's no rhyme or rhythm to what they're doing. They're just doing it. They're just throwing stuff and hoping it sticks. Like, I don't know.
Playing college football 25.
Like Tyler playing college.
Me
yeah,
too.
no, that's right. That's true. Like Tyler playing college football 25. Like,
He's right. They don't set. It doesn't feel as if they set anything up. I don't know that. Here's the. I'm gonna put it in a nutshell, and I think and read the comments because it's kind of like to my left. And I got a crook on my neck. I can't really look that way. Old. I just truly think they don't have an identity. I don't know that. I don't think they know who they are. Like, I think by this point in the year, you have to know who you are, what you're good at, and like really lean into it.
Yeah.
They don't do any of that. They don't.
that's
Who are, like, what are they?
Right.
Are they a running team? Are they inside zone, outside zone? Are they a man scheme? Are they a zone scheme? Are they going to stretch the ball vertically down the field? Or are they going to throw intermediate passing game? Or is it going to be quick game? Like, what are they? I have no idea. I don't think they know, and that's a problem. Like, they make too much money. This is where Florida State fans lose me, Joey, and this is where you sitters will always get it like blood real for me. I don't like to be super critical of coaches because I'm a coach, and I understand the amount of time and the work that goes into it typically. But I don't make the money that they make. Sir, you're a top 5 paid coach in the country. You can't run this product out there, in my opinion.
yeah. No, I'm with you.
Especially after the year that they had.
Is this the worst?
It's directing upward.
Let's talk about this. Is it the worst back-to-back season?
It's got to be right up there.
Like, if you're 13-0, and yeah, they're 13-1 or whatever. They lost to Georgia. No one played. I'm just saying, like, regular season, 13-0. Like, and then now,
A year later.
Literally like 6 months later.
Yeah.
Like, now this is where we're at? Is that the worst, like, one season turnaround? I can't think off the top of my head of a worse.
I did see something about the other day. This is the worst start for any preseason top 10 team of all time. Like, no other preseason top 10 team has ever went 1-4 to start the season.
They probably should not have been top 10, but I think that's still fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Anthony said FSU was bad in the game. It told me enough about what we were in for. Makes sense. I think Gene Chizik has that one on lock. Gene Chizik won 2 in the first few games, though.
I think he's right. They won a national championship, didn't they? When they played for it?
Chizik? Yeah. They did.
I mean, Florida State should have.
Arguably.
How different is roster from last year? A lot different. And that, but
Yeah, Trey is right about that. Let's talk about let's dive into that too. I don't really want to get into X's and O's on SMU.
Right.
I think we look like a larger picture. Like, SMU out schemed them. They played better.
they played harder.
They played way harder.
They wanted that game bad.
They had a mobile quarterback. Adam Fuller has yet to ever stop a mobile quarterback ever.
Mm-hmm.
Never happened. And they are hard to stop. I understand that, but we got to have we at this point we've got to look ourselves in the mirror and have a plan, sir. Something else.
So to Trey's point, how different is the roster from last year?
Immensely different.
It is immensely different, and I think that speaks to more the negative right now than the positive, in my opinion. Like, I don't think
What do you mean?
I don't think we can use that and say this is why. It's because the roster is different. I think you have to look at the last year's roster and say, were they the glue holding this thing together? And at this point, the way it stands right now, it feels like Jordan Travis, Jared Verse, Kalen DeLoach, all those guys were the glue holding everything together. And now that the glue's not there, what do you have? Now you have to go coach. Now you have to go perform at a high level with guys that maybe necessarily haven't done that, but are they coached to do that? And right now, it feels like the answer to that is no.
So I think you're right and wrong, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so I think you're right in the sense that, like, you have a Jordan Travis who was a throwaway from Louisiana, or I'm sorry, Louisville. He was throwaway from Louisville, and he was developed and he was mentally developed and physically developed. I think that's important to understand because it was a mental block as well. Mm-hmm. But he was mentally and physically developed at Florida State at a very high level, and he performed at a very high level, which I think, Joey, this is where you're right. He covered up a lot of deficiencies for sure. I think you start talking about like Kalen DeLoach. He wasn't a portal guy. That was a guy that Willie Taggart signed that developed and got better, extremely better in his junior and senior season. So he was developed. I think they've missed the mark. I think it was a gap year, a bridge year, where they needed to hit in the portal And they haven't. Across the board, they haven't. Like, it's been like strikeout after strike. It's bad. And it's showing up. So I think everyone would be lying if they said that Florida State's roster is as good this year as it was last year. It isn't. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I think is important to navigate or hit is they are underachieving now with this roster.
Yeah.
If they had losses to Notre Dame and Clemson and Miami, and then people would be like, well, they're just, those other teams are just better.
Right.
But we have losses to Georgia Tech, Boston College, SMU. There's someone else I'm forgetting. Another team that I don't know their name. So that's not great.
Georgia
Like
Tech,
this,
Boston College, SMU. Who is the fourth one?
I don't know. Someone in the chat will tell us. But it bugs me. Trey's not wrong with that question about the roster, but why is the roster not better?
He said something else after that. Have they been together for a few years last year, basically? And not really. Like, if you look at the guys that were really dominant on that roster last year, Keon Coleman, first-year guy. Johnny Wilson, he may have been there for his second year. I think
Johnny was there
that was
for
the
two.
second year. Jared Verse, 2 years.
2 years. Braden Fisk, major part, 1 year.
Right.
Tatum Bethune, 2 years.
Yeah.
George Travis, 2 years.
So
the
they,
majority of them were 2 years. Memphis. In college football right now, 2 years is a lot.
yeah, I guess that's true. That's
If you have 2 years of that's a long time. Chemistry, that's the word. Continuity chemistry. That's probably the norm right now. 2 years. Think of Alabama, what Alabama's doing right now on no years.
I mean, but Milrow's been there.
2 years.
Has it only been 2 years? It feels like he's been there for 8.
Yeah. Unless he was a red shirt, but I don't think
He wasn't on the field.
He started as a true freshman last year?
Mm-hmm. Completed 4th and 31 as a true freshman.
That dude's really good.
No, he's really good. Memphis, thank you, Cooey. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it doesn't make me feel any better. I just think it's disgusting, man. It's unfortunate. It really is. It's unfortunate for us Seminole fans. It's a tough time, and I'll be honest. Let's go ahead and call it. I don't know how it gets better. I don't know when it gets better.
No,
I don't know that they survive. There are certain people on that staff that will not survive better.
Yeah, Milrow's in year 4. I didn't think that he was a
There's
freshman.
no way.
It doesn't feel like he's been year 4. He's been there for 4 years. He would know. Jake would know. He's the biggest.
Know,
Yeah.
I thought he was a freshman.
I knew he wasn't a true freshman.
I didn't think he was a true freshman. Yeah. I thought he might be a shirt.
Yeah.
Like a redshirt sophomore.
Anyways, there's some comments up above that a little bit. Coach Norvell is on record saying that this was the biggest and fastest team he's ever had, or something like that. Well, they may be the biggest and fastest, but they are not.
I think
they're
they
not
are
playing big and fast.
Who said that? Because they're right. No, they are. I went and watched them live. I promise you, they're the biggest and fastest team that I've seen. DJU looks like an absolute statue.
Big time statue.
But he doesn't move
At all.
Like
That's the statue part.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the Greek god. Like he is huge. He is big. He's literally 6'5", like 240. You're like, oh, Cam Newton. That's what he looks like. He reminds me of like Cam Newton's build.
But then he moves like that chair over there.
Yeah, it hasn't moved since we moved it. So yeah, he does. He's like a statue. Yeah, like literally. No, but Newton was.
Chair just took a stray, man.
Yeah, Zane's chair. There's like raisins on that thing, man. Hold on. I love my boy, but he's got to clean up. But no, Anthony's right. We watched him live. It was terrible. It was brutal. It gets better in December.
But they're big and fast.
See, they are big and fast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this too. I think they're big and fast in the young positions, and they need to start playing them. I think they played the young kid Kelvin Joseph. He had him like lights out. Now I think he's a bit of an a-hole. They say.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Figure it out. They have other a-holes that are seniors. They need at Columbia High School. We say this, and Mr. Hosser will love this. Graduate them. Let's get graduate. Let's graduate. Walk across that stage. We just got to graduate them. They got to go. We can't cut them at Columbia. We don't do that. We got to graduate them. Mm-hmm. Walk across that stage, get our 38 points better, and bye-bye. We love you. Wish you the best. Don't come back to the sideline. Yeah, we just got to graduate them, man. I think Florida State's got some of that problem. They got to graduate them. Yeah. You know what? Here's what I love. Here's what I think could happen. Here's the best. Let's move on from Florida State. Here's the best case scenario because I'm about to end the show. I'm gonna pull the plug on everything. Here's the best case scenario for Florida State, and I'll walk off. I'll call my shot. I'll leave it on this. The best case scenario is they start playing the young guys. They play hard. They get some results that they need, some experience that they need. I think some of the guys who walked into the year who thought they were going to be drafted at a very high level or early rounds or drafted at all get some really, really, really sour medicine coming to them because it's coming. It's coming. And I think that comes down the roster. They see like, oh, that was the guy that's making the $500,000, $300,000 a year NIL deal, but he just went undrafted free agent. He didn't make the club. I might better get in line. Yeah. Like, because that $300,000 was nice money, but I blew through it because they do. I blew through it, and now I don't have that signing bonus. I don't have a contract. I am literally fixing to go join the workforce like everyone else, even though everyone told me I was so great, but I didn't put good tape. I didn't put good tape out there, right. Joy.
Yeah.
So it's night termite. Like, it's over for him. So I
Can I ask a question?
You better be ready for the answer.
I am. Why are coaches so stubborn not to play certain guys?
All right.
Like, is it a their poor practice thing? Is it?
So you're talking about DJU in specific?
No, not DJU in specific. Just in general. Like, I mean, like you're talking about playing young guys, right? Like,
yes.
I've been talking about receivers since day one.
Right. I'm gonna tell you this. I'll answer it, and I have like experience and like experience like this week to back it up, so I can speak on it. I think like it comes down to trust. Like, can I trust you to be in the right spot? Like, right. Physically, you are bigger, stronger, and faster. You may be more gifted, but do you understand the defense like enough to factor in?
Yeah.
To where you don't destroy a play because you're in the wrong spot, and now it's like 70-yard bomb instead of a 7-yard gain. So that's one layer to it. It's just like, I'm trying to think of like
No, I mean, I get what you're saying in that regard, but if you're already given, like my team, for instance, Florida, mm-hmm. like we know 12 on defense is going to give up big plays. Why continue to run that back out there?
The other part is this. As a coach, it's my job to try to cover that up, like right. Try to hide it. I got to try to mask it, mirror it, smoke and mirrors. We have to do what we have to do. I've got to put the best 11 on the field and mm-hmm. then hide deficiencies. That's like your job as a coach. You have to hide deficiencies and lean into strengths. So, like, I'm tired of missed tackles. At Columbia High School, I am tired of missed tackles. I do not like missed tackles. There's just no place in it. We've given up some pretty significant plays because we missed tackles. We played decent defense at times. Even against like St. Augustine, we played decent defense at times.
Right.
Busted coverage, 2 missed tackles on one play. That kid's 4-3. He houses it. Mm-hmm. It's a 50-yard gain, but it's tackle for a loss if it's tackled.
Right.
But it turns into 50-yard touchdown. There's no play. Like, we will not win football games that way.
Right.
And so I can either do one or two things. I can beat my head into the wall and try and make that kid be a willing tackler. And it's not just one. It's a huge number. I'm not singling anyone out because it isn't just one. But I can make that. I can make that kid be a better tackler, or continue to try and coach it over and over and over and over, or I give somebody else an opportunity. And we are at the point where we're going to give someone else an opportunity. I can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result, because guess what that is called? Insanity.
Right.
So,
and that's kind of my point, because I know how you are. I know how this goes, but like,
been doing it a while.
Travis said if they haven't showed me they are better at practice, it's hard to say they're going to be better in a game, and that's fine.
He's right with that.
I agree.
That's why DJU keeps running out there.
But what I know for sure is what I'm seeing on Saturdays, and what I'm seeing on Saturdays is bad football.
Yes.
Like, DJU's playing bad football.
Yes.
Most of that receiver room is playing bad football. Like,
yes.
At some point, I don't care what – I mean, I have to care a little bit what you show me at practice. And it's a bit – baseball's the same way. Like, if a guy swings and misses 35 times at practice, the odds are he's going to swing and miss in the game too.
Correct. Right? Yeah.
And so I get what you're saying, but at some point, if I've seen a kid make error after error after error after error after error, somebody else is going in.
Yeah, at this point, I think Florida State is at that point.
Yeah,
I think that's where they are. Like
I don't think Brock Lynn's the answer to that question myself personally.
No, he isn't. I don't. That's the problem with Florida State right now. I don't think they have an answer. Like I don't think they have answers anywhere.
Yeah,
They
I'm
don't.
with you.
They don't. Not consistently across the board. Not to fix the product that people see every Saturday. It may get better in places, but it is not going to fix it.
What's the?
I hear a noise, so I gotta get up real fast.
Yep.
Y'all run the show.
We'll yeah, you're good. We'll do an ad read. We're good with Florida State anyways. So you want to throw me to Brian Sports or Josh's Barbershop, whichever one you want to do.
Ooh. Let's go to Brian. We're about to talk about the Gators. I know Brian's a massive Gator fan. Mm-hmm. Great guy, wonderful individual. As good of a guy Brian is, the Gators are as equally awful at the game of football, and I know that hurts Brian's heart. But if you want to pick me up, if you want to feel better about yourself, after you watch the Gator game, go see Brian. Go to Brian.
Great idea.
Go see Brian at Brian Sports. Get everything that you need there. Sporting goods. They've got shirts, hats, gloves, bats, balls, shoes, socks, athletic equipment, athletic gear, athletes.
Speaking of athletes, I just watched one walking through the door over here. He's over here Euro stepping and stuff.
So yeah, go see Brian. Tell him Front Porch sent you. Joey, what's the number to Brian?
Number is 386-755-0570 is the number of Brian Sports. Make sure you mention Front Porch Sitting. Get 10% off of anything and everything except for bats. But yeah, outside of that, if you mention Front Porch Sitting, get 10% off of Brian Sports.
So, last Saturday.
My
favorite Saturday of college football so far.
And it wasn't even close.
Was not remotely close.
I mean, by far. Everything good? Mia good?
Everything's good.
Okay. Whew.
Bless the Lord.
My favorite college football by far was this Saturday because
I know why.
I didn't have to watch those Gators make my eyes bleed.
Oh, it's easy not to lose.
I love a bye week.
Yeah.
But this week, Gators don't have a bye.
No, the Gators have UCF, who
Hold
was.
on just a second. Hold up.
Are we doing our picks right now?
I was going to say, we have totally gapped the picks.
We can do the picks.
Let's slide to the picks. We got people in here.
All right, picks. UCF at Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're up there? Look how
Clemson
professional.
at FSU.
God, love it.
Tennessee
It's this new
at
program.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Makes it
Mizzou
easy.
at Texas A&M.
Yeah.
It's way easier. I'll show it to you guys afterwards.
Awesome.
You already showed it to me, but you weren't paying attention
All right,
because
let's go.
you have
let's go
like
with
real life
the-
responsibilities and stuff.
Let's go.
So they say.
Let's go Tennessee first. Tennessee minus 13.5 on the road at Arkansas. Give me the Hogs.
Woo pig?
Woo pig suey.
Really?
Only because
How did we do last week? We don't know.
that's Joey's department.
Yeah, you took a picture of it.
Oh yeah, but I don't know your chicken scratch. I don't know what that means.
I know. Well, if you just show it to me, I'll
I
tell.
was just curious. I need because
Did you do really good or something?
no. I doubt it.
It was
But
actually 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it
Yes.
wasn't last week. It was 2 weeks ago.
I just need to know how I'm gonna pick. I'll be honest. Like how many games am I behind? Like do I need to trail Joey, fade Joey? Like tell I just need to know.
How did USC and what was those? I know USC won, but do we remember the score to USC and Michigan?
I don't know. I can check.
USC
28-24, 28-23.
Michigan. So if you were on Michigan, you won.
Oh, it was 27-24. It was
I
Michigan.
think we all missed that, right?
Yeah, we all.
No,
Yeah,
no. I was on Michigan.
This says Tyler on USC.
Yeah,
minus 5.5.
it was USC. Because we said bet the house on
Michigan.
Sherrod Moore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I meant to pick Michigan. I texted my uncle, who's a big Michigan fan, and told him that I picked Michigan on the podcast.
You
didn't.
lied.
We'll
You are
fact
a
check it. We'll
liar.
go back and fact check. We'll make sure.
No,
I probably
no,
did.
You took you
Joey
Yeah.
is the definitive source.
that's true.
Look at the sheet.
Crit-
It's an impeccable sheet.
All right, so 0-1. Yeah.
It's right there in the bottom left corner. You see it plain as day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's clear.
Yeah.
All right, next game. So I need to know how I picked.
So you went 3-1 that week.
Oh my God, let's go. Let's freaking go.
I went.
Yes, sir. I sure enough did.
Yeah, I went 0-4.
We're on that. What? Oh my God, I can.
No. I went 1-3. I went 1-3.
I could be reckless.
I went
111
1-3.
and 4. Sounds good.
Tyler is the idiot that went 0-4. Excuse me.
Tyler 5-11. That's good.
That tracks. Hey, some of us are good at
Yeah.
technology. Some of us are good at making picks. What were you, Joseph?
1-3.
I love this. This is good. All right, I'll go
Yeah,
first.
Yeah, you can be.
Hey, no, he's 7-10, isn't he?
No, it's 7-9. It was 6-6.
Oh, okay.
1-3.
Just trying to pick up another game.
Here you go, pumpkin.
I see that.
I'm gonna go Tennessee. I'll go Tennessee to cover. I like them a lot, actually.
Yeah, I like Tennessee big.
I would take an alternate line.
Yeah,
100% on Woo Pick Suey.
Like minus 20.5.
Yeah, 20.5 is the number, not 21. I don't like 21, but I like 20.5.
I like 21 too.
Yeah, well.
What's the next game? I'm not writing this down. Will you write this down?
It's on a podcast.
You have a job. You have a job to do.
Yeah, it's to talk into this microphone, Chief.
Hey, buddy.
All right.
All right, pal. What's next?
All right. So Mizzou plus 2.5 at Texas A&M. Texas A&M a 2.5 point favorite. Joey, up to you, Chief.
Yeah. All right, Tiger. Give me the Tigers. Give me the Missouri Tigers. I don't know why they're not favored, to be totally honest. Probably because they went to overtime with Vandy last week.
Give me the Ags.
Yeah, I like it.
Sign me up with the Aggies.
I like Elko. I don't think Vandy's that bad of a football team.
No, but they did lose to Georgia State the week before. But I agree with you. I think Vandy's better than the normal Vandy. I think Vandy probably beats Florida right now. So.
I'm going to be honest. I had people this weekend tell me that Vandy is really good. I wish I'd have known that they lost to Georgia State, so I could throw that back in their face. They're just SEC bias type stuff. Anyways, give me give me Mizzou.
Yeah. So 2 Missouris and a
A&M. Tyler's trying to pick up. He's trying to catch games.
He's doing a good job.
Well,
Well, since we just talked about Florida State, let's go Clemson, Florida State, at Florida State in Tallahassee.
Clemson. Is it in Tallahassee?
Yeah.
God, those poor fans. They've seen enough. Clemson, easy. This is dumb. 14.5 is stupid. They're playing a quarterback that hasn't played all year. Like, what the heck are we? I about cursed. And I caught myself.
You did a good job.
You hear it?
I heard it. My daughter would do this.
Let's go Noles,
Poor baby.
Give me the Noles.
You want to go 0-4 again?
You're really trying hard to go in for. I can tell.
Yeah.
This is impressive.
This is easy, right?
You got to be known for something.
Give me Clemson.
This should be 18.5, 19.5, 20.5.
That's why I'm picking the Noles. This should be a 3-point favorite. 3 touchdown favorite.
I do think it should be 18.5. I just want it to be known that for 3 weeks in a row, not on the show necessarily, but 3 weeks in a row in a pick'em, that I've been on Clemson and Dabo.
Have you really?
Mm-hmm. Golly.
Hey, Chuck Bell subscribed. That's pretty cool. It's been a minute since he did it, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No one else has subscribed since then. Sick.
Yeah. All right. UCF.
God, come on, sitters. What are we doing?
UCF. That might not be right. I don't have a clue.
Okay.
UCF going to the swamp, Florida. A 2.5 point dog.
This is crazy to me. UCF just got drummed by Colorado, who's not good. It was at UCF, correct? Give me the Gators getting 2.5 at home.
That's what's going to make this way worse.
Yeah, give me the Knights. Night me up, baby.
Y'all are on the night. Like, no, for real. I mean,
I'm on the Knights because this line doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, okay, that's fair. You are.
Trey, you seem. Never mind.
I'm gonna show you it. I'm gonna
Love
show
this
you.
roster.
One boy sent me. Trey sent me this picture. Love this.
Yeah, that's quality.
Yeah,
that's a good picture.
Living it.
I'm really torn on this game.
Yeah, I want to know your honest opinion. Let's do it. Can we do a little bit of a UCF preview right now?
Yeah, we can do that.
And we'll do a little bit of an FSU preview while we're here.
Yeah, so
we'll go back.
You discussed last week Colorado coming to UCF and just absolutely beating the brakes off of them. That's putting it very nicely.
And they were a 14.5 point dog.
They were a 14.5 point dog. Number 1 rush offense in the country coming into the game.
Yes.
Colorado.
You're getting cooked.
Colorado was able to do some things that confused them a little bit.
Yep.
And they weren't able to run the ball. KJ Jefferson's not a guy that can just get back there and throw it. He can't. So if you stop the run, you have a chance to beat UCF at any point. I mean, even Florida can beat them if they stop the run. The problem is, has Florida stopped the run ever?
3 years? No.
And the answer is no. Not since Billy's been there.
Austin Armstrong has a tool shed, though.
He is a tool shed.
Yeah. Hey, listen, okay.
Yeah.
Damn,
Just do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Who cares? He won't be here in a
Y'all know
couple
how,
months
like,
anyways.
because I'm first of all, I'm registered independent. I want to put that out there. That's where we're going with this.
Oh God.
Yeah, I am. That's what we're doing. No, that's what we're doing. Newton would love this. You know how the Democrats just said, like, we're not letting Joe Biden be on the ticket. Like, we're going Kamala. Is that correct? Kamala?
Mm-hmm. Kamala.
Okay. That's what Florida did with Austin Armstrong. They said, hey, buddy, you're still the defensive coordinator, but sit down back there. We're hiring someone else.
Yeah.
100%.
That's insane.
100%.
That's insane.
It's actual insanity.
That's what happened, though.
That's 100% what
He
happened.
wanted to fire him, but knew it would look too bad.
Yes. So he just said,
We're hiring your grandpa.
yeah, we're hiring your grandpa. Yeah, he's great. He's been so good everywhere he's ever been. It's wonderful. All right, sorry. I just had to get off my chest.
Yeah.
What the heck happened?
Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And then on
It
defense, so what Colorado did was basically get the ball to their best player, which is Travis Hunter.
Yeah, they're good at that.
And he's good at getting and when he gets the ball, he's good at making things happen.
Everything.
Yeah. I don't think Florida has that ability. I don't think the fans care enough. I think they want Billy out so bad that they would almost rather lose this game.
No, they're not there yet.
I don't think you're right.
I don't want to lose to UCF.
I don't want to lose to UCF.
Is the coach of Florida football in the stadium next Saturday or this Saturday? Moving forward, the future Florida football coach, is he in the stadium next year?
No, sir.
No Dion?
Mm-mm.
Even if he comes and runs it up against Florida?
Well, Dion's not coaching for UCF, thankfully.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Colorado.
No,
So
Colorado
bad.
would run it
I'm
up on
thinking
UF right now.
I'm sorry. I'm so on Colorado right now. That I was like, Colorado's fixing to absolutely embarrass Florida.
No, they would. They would.
They would.
No.
I'm so glad they're on our schedule.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah,
so
no
if-
Gus. Gus is not going to be that good.
I think the key to the game, you say it all the time, is the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I think the key to the game is Florida's linebackers tackling. Getting downhill and tackling. If you get downhill and you can tackle, then you have a chance. I don't know that happens. I just don't know that happens. I'm taking UCF. I'm taking the 2.5 point favorite on the road in the swamp. Are you freaking kidding me? That's an embarrassment in itself. If I was the head coach of the University of Florida, that crap would be plastered everywhere.
Imagine it being 14.5.
Yeah, that's against a good team.
Clemson over the last 10 years has at least a couple of national titles.
You're right.
They
you're
have
right.
some
Clout. There is a difference. But yeah, you get the picture. The state of the program is bad right now for both teams. This is just not great.
It's
We can-
bad. So
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm
I'm
cutting
changing
you
my
up.
pick. I'm taking Florida.
I love it.
I am.
I am too.
Great. I have to go back and change it now. Thanks.
I'm taking Florida. I think the bye week. I think the bye week will help them. I think hopefully they watched a little bit of film on Colorado and how they stopped. I don't think it matters. They suck so bad. Yeah, I'm taking the Gators, but if they lose, it's definitely that'll be Billy's last game. It'll be night, like you say, night termite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it'll be Sunday morning at 8:54 when the news breaks.
So I was going to ask you about that because you said it was going to happen last week.
Dabo's a trash can, Trey.
He's winning football games. He's not having that catastrophic drop off that Mike Norvell just had. He isn't. He's not.
No, he never had that.
He's not.
He never had that.
You can say what you want, but he's not having that drop off.
Probably filled out resumes. That's what they should have been doing. But they're not smart enough to do that either, Travis. So honestly, they probably didn't do either of those two things.
Trav, I guarantee you there's people on their staff that have sent out text messages to their homeboys and be like, hey man, if it goes sideways, can y'all find a spot for me? You guarantee it. You know it. High school coaches do that.
Hey, Jake said Billy put him in timeout, and I haven't seen or heard from Austin Armstrong since. Do we
No.
have proof of life? I seriously think we should probably do a wellness check. Like call the Gainesville PD.
Oh no!
Be like, hey, I need a wellness check on
when
Austin
is the
Armstrong.
last? I've watched a lot of Florida football. Y'all have watched?
I haven't seen him. I swear to you, I have not seen him.
He doesn't show up on. Is he in the box? He's not on the sideline.
No, he's not on the sideline.
That's what he was good for. Rile the boys up.
He has a lot of energy. He does have that.
Let's
Maybe that's why they put him in the booth.
Yeah.
calm him down a little bit.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton hit job, man. I don't know where he's at. Come on, that's funny. Come on, that's funny. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. That's funny, man. Like, again, I'm registered independent. Let me know.
He's one more than your guys. That doesn't make him not a piece of trash.
No, he has one more than Florida and Florida State. To be
he isn't one more than Urban Meyer, who was my guy. So
talk about piece of trash.
Yeah,
good.
But at least everybody knows he's a piece of trash.
He knows it's a piece of trash.
But I don't think Dabo has bad character. All right, we're gonna move on. You think Dabo has bad character? I don't think he has bad character.
I think he's a scumbag.
Who does have great character?
Josh McCardle.
The greatest character.
Talk to me.
Yeah. I thought you were going to carry on with that. Sorry.
No, talk to me. That was you.
Yeah,
this
my
right
bad.
here is like your cue.
Can I just tell you, I went and saw Josh. What day was it?
Yeah, he got cleaned up.
Was it Monday, Tuesday?
We've got to do that show there. We really do.
It was Monday, I think. I don't know. Anyways, went and saw Josh, man. He actually has cut my entire family's hair in the last probably 48 hours, myself included. So, but yeah, man, we had a great time, had a great talk. We talked about our miscommunication, which was always fun. But yeah, we did.
Who is to blame? Us?
It was a combo effort. It was him and us. It was both of us.
Okay.
Just bad communication. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But anyways,
men being men.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm good at bad communication. Ask Lindsay. Anyways, Josh McCardle, best barber in town. We said it last week or 2 weeks ago now. The Nick Saban of barbers. I truly believe that. He's going to get it done always. He's
Kalen DeBoer of barbers.
I can't wait to talk about that in just a minute.
Gonna get in trouble at my house.
Yeah, we need to be especially quiet.
Yeah, we can't.
Whisper.
Anyways, go see Josh. If you haven't ever done it, I'm telling you, it's an experience you can't miss. He's the haircut is fantastic, but the communication, the talking, the atmosphere, yeah, the drinks, the popcorn machine, like
Literal popcorn machine.
literal popcorn machine, like everything you want in a barber. You didn't even know you wanted in what you get in Josh. So go see him. Give him a text at 386-247-1430. Text it. I'm going to say it one more time. 386-247-1430 is the number to text Josh. Get on the schedule. My guy Jamie said that he texted him one time and then did not follow up because he said he was like 2 months out, and I was like, "You missed out." And he's like, "No, I know I did." So he's gonna text him again, get the schedule, and then actually get on it this time. So, anyways, go see Josh. Good people, best people.
All right, where do we want to go now? Do we want to talk about the game that we shall not name?
No, we can talk about it.
Georgia and Alabama. Yeah, we should talk about it.
Is my mic back on?
Affirmative.
Thank you, sir.
Affirmative. Back on that.
Yeah, love that. Love that.
Dabo will pass Urban and wins next year. It's a shame. It's a real travesty,
So
honestly.
we talked about.
Wow, only 14.
Uh,
Newton's right. Joey, Urban was damn near 20 years ago. That's a fact, man. You gotta let that go, man.
It was my glory years. Okay.
I was gonna say that's like all we're holding on to. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
y'all still talk about Jameis 11 years ago.
That's fact.
It's half as long. So, yeah. Also, Urban was my glory years, too. I spent a lot of nights in Gainesville, courtesy of Urban. Thanks, sir. Hat tip to you. Newton did, too.
All right, so
Yes.
Georgia and Alabama. I'm gonna tell you guys straight. I was in the state of Georgia watching this game with Florida fans, though.
Oh.
What?
So we were all rooting.
How did you have power in Georgia? Where were you at?
North Georgia, beyond Atlanta.
Okay. Yeah, you had been like way up there because
Yeah.
the storm had not got there yet.
No, this was after the storm. This was like Saturday.
Yes.
We left Friday night.
You mentioned like north, like east or west Georgia.
East.
Okay,
No, northwest.
northwest. Yeah, away from that path.
Yeah.
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 Fair
They had
enough.
Power. They were good. We were watching the game.
With Georgia fans.
No, Florida fans.
Ooh.
So we were hating on Georgia.
So you loved
It was a
it.
wonderful time.
Yes.
We were living
Until
I went to bed at halftime.
Because you were so sure. Well, it was 28-0 at one point.
it was more than that, wasn't it?
It was bad.
It was really bad.
I mean, they were down 3-4 scores.
I think it was 28-0 in the first
But
quarter.
I went to sleep thinking there's just like they may score a couple times in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not gonna.
Yeah.
I think I went to bed with like 5 minutes into the third quarter, and I woke up, hopped on Twitter, and I saw a video of Ryan Williams' touchdown in the last 2 minutes, and I literally thought to myself, was this like an SEC championship game that I don't remember from like 4 or 5 years ago? Because there's no way it was last night's game.
Yeah,
I swear on my life that's what I thought.
it was insane.
I could not believe what I saw.
It was how like okay. I'll say this, and I want to throw it to you.
Okay.
I watched Florida State play at the same time simultaneously. We were in the man cave. We had power. We had just got power. So like, we like tried to celebrate my birthday and my sister-in-law's gender reveal.
When the heck was your birthday?
Well, September 24th.
Okay, I probably told you back then.
You told me my birthday. I think you told me.
I was gonna say,
No, Bradford didn't, and I didn't forget it. Bradford, I didn't forget it.
LOL, Bradford is not listening to this.
I'm gonna send it to him. But no, Bradford definitely, he's not listening, but he also did not wish me happy birthday. But that's okay. No big deal. Not that I would even know that. But anyways, we were like gonna try to figure out where we're gonna celebrate. Like my sister-in-law had a gender reveal that day, and we're all gonna hang out and celebrate and like joint party, like all get together. And we all got together. And Trey told me happy birthday. Anyways, we were at my sister-in-law's house. They had no power. Kelsey gets a text from our neighbor, says, hey, we just got power. So we transitioned the get-together from there to here, which was great. So
I text you, congratulations on having power, too.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
You did, but I was
yeah, I know.
we were deep in it. So I was watching the TV outside. It was on Georgia, Alabama. That's the primetime TV. The inside TV in my man cave was Florida State SMU, not as primetime TV. Mm-hmm. So I'm like going back and forth watching like terrible football and then like really good football.
Yeah.
The difference between like Florida and Florida State at their current state and then Alabama and Georgia, the brand of football, the style of football they play is so stark. It is like unbelievable. Even on like bad plays. Like so say you're a Georgia fan and it was bad for a lot. Mm-hmm. But like it was really, really good at times for them. And like if you're an Alabama fan, like they really dominated that football game. Georgia had no business in it late. They took the foot off the gas a little
100%.
bit, way too early.
A lot of it.
Like way too early.
Yeah.
But it was.
I do want to get into that.
But that's quality football, though.
I was going to piggyback off that because I didn't think even when the beginning of the game when it was 28-0, I didn't look at that game and say, man, Georgia's playing really bad.
No.
I said, my God, Alabama's good.
Miller was executing at like an extremely high level. Like no. They were playing really. There was a great plan. DeBoer had a good plan. Like defensively, they had a great plan. But the Alabama looked like for real, like legit.
If
I still think they
Milrose,
are.
yeah, I do too. If Milroe is able to hit the short and intermediate ball like he did against Georgia, y'all, like I don't know that anyone can beat him in college football.
That's what he's been missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he can throw the deep ball and he can use his legs. Obviously, he can run with the best of them.
Yep.
But when he starts hitting that intermediate ball and then the short game with it, brother,
he gives his guy chances too. Like he lets some guys make plays.
100%.
Like those balls to the 17-year-old.
Do you know when he turns 18? February.
That's insane.
Unbelievable.
He's hold on, wait. He's 5 months younger than Benton.
Younger.
He is 5 months younger than my son.
He is because he turned 18 yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, well, a couple of days ago. Yeah.
Ryan
Williams is 5 months younger than my son who just turned 18.
And who's in his right grade?
And was in his right grade. Yeah. My son is in his right grade.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
For real.
Mm-hmm. I started thinking about that the other day.
I didn't put those.
You start doing that.
Yeah, you say 17. You're like, cool, he's 17, and then you like I said, obviously I know my son pretty well, and so I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I can't imagine him going to play at Alabama.
And then looks every bit ready.
He's there.
Yes.
Travis Smith said if some high school coach is pissed off he's playing in high school. Yeah. That's a fact.
100% fact.
That's their guy.
But a lot more happy he is gone. Yes.
Yeah, they need him to go.
Yes. But so I thought that DeBoer took his foot off the gas, and I think he did it because he knew that he's going to see Georgia again, probably in the SEC title game, and then he's probably going to see him again in the playoff. And so he's like, I'm not trying to make these guys mad. I'm not trying to make them look bad. And I think that's.
I disagree a little bit.
Do you?
I feel like they're trying to get out of there healthy. I'll be honest. I don't.
And maybe that's it.
I think not even get out of there healthy. I think they were just trying to get the hell out of there. Like we came here to do what we needed to do.
Don't make mistakes. Don't do something stupid.
And they pulled their foot off the gas too far. That's still a very good football team in Georgia.
Yeah.
That's somebody you don't want to play twice, and you certainly don't want to play 3 times. But like, I think. So this is where people like. They get on DeBoer a little bit because he is a West Coast guy or whatever. This is where I think that finally hit him for the first time. Not in the recruiting, because that's what it said. The recruiting, he wasn't going to be able to recruit. Yeah. That has not held up. That's
Wrong.
That's not accurate. X's and O's and scheme, not going to hold up. But I think maybe he underestimated the ability of Georgia a little bit in that moment, and I doubt that happens again.
Yeah.
Like,
I was going to say, I think he learned from it.
Yeah.
And if he didn't, then that's on him.
We'll find out if he learned from it. But
yeah.
you can't not call the dogs off against Georgia that early.
You know what's really interesting?
Even if it feels like it's in hand.
Really, at any point, because it's still Georgia. Yeah.
You know what's really interesting is you talked about how good the game plan was.
Yeah.
And, we talked about, everybody has a game plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yep.
It was like the reverse happened. It seems that way, right?
Yeah.
Where everything went their way, and then they were like, oh, shoot. And then the game plan kind of goes out the window because now you go into conservative mode.
Yep.
And you didn't. I mean, there's no way they planned for conservative against Georgia.
No.
So now you're kind of making it up on the fly against Georgia.
Yeah, you're trying to like eliminate the explosive play as opposed to go get the explosive play. Yeah. And that's hard. That's hard as a coach because like we say ourselves like as a defensive coach, we want to eliminate the explosive plays, runs over 15 yards, passes over 20 yards. We got to take those away. Those can't happen. And then we want to create them our own, like on our side. So if you have a lead, you're like, okay, well, we still want to give the explosives, but we don't have to go get the explosives as much because we're up 28 points or whatever. So, what Travis say?
Travis said saw a breakdown of by a coach who was a Bama fan that broke down called pass plays versus called run plays and percentage downfield passes. Half was basically equivalent to second half.
That's not good.
Yeah, I heard that too.
That you, Ross?
That's gonna be me at some point. When that door opens up and slams, it's gonna be me. But we're good for right now.
And then Anthony said, "Imagine if Bama hit on back-to-back on coaches."
Oh my gosh.
Caps, all caps, culture.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think they did.
They did.
I think it's already done.
Yeah.
No, man, Bama doesn't look like they've missed anything.
Nope.
I feel pretty good about calling Kalen DeBoer a good coach a long time ago.
Yeah, I think we'll have Jake on next week. I know you want to be on this week.
Tough this week.
It was tough this week. Not realistic.
We'll try to figure it out.
But yeah, man, that was a good game. So whenever Georgia scored to take the lead, I was laying on my couch at this time. I had left.
You were furious, weren't you?
No, I didn't really care. But I was laying on my couch watching it.
Jesus, Travis is 4 pages. Travis, he's definitely watching though. Go ahead, talk.
That's a lot of crap right there.
I'll go through. I'll find two fit. I'll go through. I'll figure out what we want to.
But whenever they scored on the first play, I thought to myself, I said, man, I like Bama's probably going to go one play touchdown here too, because that's just the way it felt like it was going to go. And then Milroe hits Ryan Williams on the sideline, who toe taps and spins at the same time, and then spins back the other way, and then runs by everybody.
It was unbelievable.
Like, I don't know, just everybody wants to compare everybody to everybody, but the way the body control in the moment that it was in against the team that it was against, I don't know, man. It was one of the all-time, maybe not all-time great plays by a freshman, but like it was pretty special. It was pretty, and the fact that he's
comfortably one of the best plays by a 17-year-old,
maybe the best of all time,
comfortably
in college, yeah, because those don't happen very often, but nah, man, I just don't know. I don't know that. Like me and Ben were having a discussion about him and Jeremiah Smith, who's better. I don't know that. I mean, Ryan Williams is good.
Yeah,
like he's special. He runs really good routes. He understands football. Like he understands how to get open. That's pretty freaking impressive for anyone, but it's let alone a 17-year-old freshman. And then just the ability to have the body control that he has is. I'm telling you, he's special. He's different. He's definitely different. And then Georgia, you can't like to be down 28-0 quick. Like I mean, you blink twice and you're like, oh my God, how's it 28? And they just plug away.
So
we're Georgia. We're going to plug away. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. We are still here, and they were. Alabama took their foot off the gas, and
that's literally what these analytics say. So, like, listen, Joey, be my defense here. This is a ton of information.
Oh, huge amount of information.
And I just combed through it about a minute or so, and like it literally says, and it comes down to this, and I think based off these numbers and kind of what you watch, if you kind of pair it back to what you watched, you would agree that like maybe Bama didn't really take their foot off the gas. Georgia just defended better. Bama did stay aggressive. The pass-to-run ratio was identical from the first half to the second half. The difference is this. Bama had 43 offensive snaps in the first half, which is a crazy number.
Yeah.
They only had 24 in the second half. So Georgia kept the ball more, kept their defense off the field more. So when the defense was on the field more, they were more fresh. But the play calling for like as far as like down to down was not different. Bama offensive coordinator called 11 run plays in the second half, 13 passes. In the first half, they called 19 run plays, 24 passes. So like percentage based. In the first half, 44% run for Bama. Second half, 46% run for Bama. Passes in the first half for Bama, 56% passing. Second half, 54%. Just less plays. Mm-hmm. So Georgia's offense actually, and I literally just did until that. That's really good info, Travis, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, for real.
But I think Georgia's offense got going, which kept their defense off of the field and limited Alabama's at-bats to go score points.
Yeah.
And then which ultimately allowed Georgia's defense to defend better, which makes perfect sense. If you have to play less snaps, our guys are more fresh. We have more time on the sideline to talk about things and fix things. We're able to do that. That's actually a really good point. That's it's intriguing. I think Georgia, and that's what it said. This was an Alabama fan, I believe. I don't know who this was.
Yeah, it was. He said it was an Alabama fan.
Georgia was Georgia. They just did it better later. It just took a little bit of time.
Shouldn't UGA defense have been fresh in the first half when the game started?
Sure, they were, but not after like play 30. After play 43.
Well, after play 30, it was 28-0.
Like hit every single play they needed to hit, and they didn't make mistakes.
Yeah, Bama's good. But I don't think it's so much as it is fresh as it is to say, like they didn't take their foot off the gas. Bama's very good. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that the productivity wasn't good in the first half as it was in the second half. I just don't think they had as many at bats in the second half as they did in the first. They had double the at bats in the first half as they did in the second half.
Yeah,
that's the biggest difference. I think if they get 43 at bats in the second half, you might be looking at the same type of score.
Yeah, and player mentality may have been a little bit different too. You know what I mean? Like first half, you're go, and then when you get a 28-0 lead, it's like
they're at home too.
Yeah,
so like they got all the momentum.
Yeah, you kind of put it on cruise control mentally. So I'm sure that had something to do with it as well. But either way, it was one of the better games I've watched already this year. So can't wait for round 2. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if there will be. Do you think there will be a round 2?
Those two teams will definitely play again. I don't know that they'll play 3 times like you suggested earlier, but they will play twice.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I don't.
But I mean, like Georgia plays. They still got to play Texas, so they could, have the tiebreaker over them, and they could go back in the SEC championship and battle it out one more time. It's possible.
Could be.
I don't know that it's likely, but it's possible.
Yeah, I don't think it's likely.
What else do we have? Anything else? We don't talk about the NFL at all. Do you want to talk about the NFL at all? Your Colts, Anthony Richardson staying hurt, Joe Flacco coming in and winning the game.
Flacco time, baby.
The more Flacco we get, the better Michael Pittman is. I'm good.
Where do you rank Tyreek now without Tua?
Man, I don't know. Tyler Huntley looked bad.
Yeah.
I don't think you can blame Tyreek.
No, I don't either. But
I'm saying because of the quarterback situation.
I was disappointed in Mike McDaniel, honestly.
I think Miami's getting to him a little bit. Like Miami.
Right, the city.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think he's got a grip on him. I'll be honest. If you looked at him before he got there versus how he is right now, he's embedded in that Miami lifestyle.
Sam Darnold, you think he can keep this up?
Is Sam Darnold the MVP of the NFL right now?
Yes.
I don't know if he's the MVP, but I know he's in the conversation, which is incredible.
Nico.
I'm Josh Allen.
Nico Collins. Okay, good. Josh Allen. Yeah.
It's hard to say not Josh Allen. Derrick Henry had a really big week, but
overall,
we start talking about MVP. I agree.
Yeah, I mean it.
Rookie
But
of the year, Malik Neighbors.
Yep.
Comeback player of the year would be Sam Darnold.
100%.
Yeah.
It's been interesting.
It's been an interesting year. The Eagles kind of.
Yeah, they look super mid.
They're really bad. They're not super mid. They're really bad.
They're missing A.J. Brown.
Is Jaden Daniels in the MVP discussion?
Not yet.
Sorry.
Soon.
He's in Rookie of the Year for sure.
He's easily the Rookie of the Year. You said Malik Neighbors, but no, it's Jaden Daniels right now. Although Malik Neighbors is really, really good.
Malik Neighbors has been
He's big numbers.
close to wide receiver 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
But what Jaden Daniels is doing with Washington,
I mean,
is pretty incredible.
He'll have to continue to do
He's
it,
gonna have to keep doing that.
but he may.
But they
Coach
play.
Better.
They're playing at such an elite level all
Offensively.
around him, like all around him, like the backs,
Yep.
the receivers, the
Yep.
O line, the defense. He's literally energized an entire franchise by himself.
Yep. Yes.
That's pretty incredible. And I know Dan Quinn kind of lets him play his game, and Cliff Kingsbury's the offensive coordinator there. He's done a good job.
Cliff's got that thing dialed up.
Yeah, he's done
He's
a
good though. Cliff is solid, man.
He's a good OC. People have talked about him being the Gators head coach. I'm not for that. He was a below 500 coach in his whole career. I don't. But as an OC, I still haven't watched down of NFL. As an OC, he's been really good. But yeah, they got that thing rolling, and Jaden Daniels just being able to kind of like Milroe, like when he starts being able to easily hit the intermediate game,
Yeah.
and which he has done.
That Monday Night Football game is it Monday night or Sunday night?
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
I mean, just
Dicing them up.
literally like over 90% pass in the last 2 weeks. That's insanity.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, doesn't make sense type stuff. And he's able to use his legs and run whenever he needs to. Like, he's just, I don't know. He's been the right mix of run pass. He's been the right mix of downfield and taking what the defense gives you.
They've done a really good job in
done
Washington
a really good job. And
of,
like I
of
said,
like leaning into what he's good at
Yeah.
and minimizing what he's not good at.
Which
it's
right
like,
now,
it's like 1-2 reads for him. Like it's going out right now.
right. But right now, I mean, like everything they're doing is spot on.
In the chat right now, these two, Trey, we just need to have Travis over at your house to watch NFL one day with the fire and all the things. He'll be an NFL fan actually. So
100%.
make that happen.
Any other?
Something I was going to mention. Gosh, what was it?
Devontae Adams.
Couldn't tell you.
No. What were you going to say about Devontae Adams?
I will not give you the Bulls game plan, sir.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Hilarious.
What do you think about Caleb Williams and Justin Fields comparisons?
What are the comparisons?
Just the way they've done this so far this year.
Justin Fields is always the better quarterback. I mean, we said that, the three of us, all three of us said that.
Chicago blew that, man.
All
They
three-
did what Chicago did.
Yeah, all three of us said at the beginning, before the draft started, keep Justin Fields, trade the first pick, still get your guy, whether it's Odunze or whether it's Marvin Harrison Jr. You still get the best receiver in the draft, or whatever you feel like is the best receiver in the draft. I don't know who they valued more at that
Right.
time.
Just don't draft a receiver. Draft an O-lineman.
Oh yeah, there's a million
Check way back.
Yeah, there's a million choices you could do, but keeping Justin Fields after you've built everything around him would have been tip-top number one.
Yes.
The amazing part to me is, like, the Steelers were like, oh, yeah, Russell's our guy. He's going to be the starter. Russell misses a game with a calf injury, and it's like, okay, Fields goes 1-0. And then
People were already saying after that, Russell Wilson might not get his job.
and then he missed week 2, and it was,
Bingo.
this is Justin Fields' team now.
Yeah.
And that team has rallied around Justin Fields. I mean, like, that's him. That is his team. Russell's never getting that team back.
No, it's over.
It's over. Yeah.
It's over.
He's a great backup
As
quarterback
it should
now.
be.
Yeah.
I don't see Caleb Williams as the type of quarterback that can do that. Not a young quarterback, especially.
No.
I don't see him.
He relied so much at USC on his athleticism to get him out of certain situations, and it doesn't work like it doesn't work that way in the NFL. Not when you're his athletic. Now, if you're Michael Vick's athleticism, you can do that.
Oh, okay, that's 1-of-1.
Right? Yeah, it's 1-of-1. Yeah. Even Jaden Daniels, to an extent, can do some different things, but he doesn't. He doesn't even use his athleticism 98% of the time. He plays within the offense. Whereas Caleb Williams, like if things don't go right immediately, he's trying to spin out of things, and then hey, there's a defensive lineman in your face.
Now they're behind the chains, and it's over. Drive killer. All right, so
Mike
there
Tomlin
are some comments
is
that we
Mike
need to
Tomlin
read
is
in
such a good coach.
Mike Tomlin is such a good coach. Newton is right. Travis, that's a
We can I just say that we conceded that argument a long time ago.
he probably hasn't heard the episode, but we did. We said
we conceded conceded that. I've always liked Mike Tomlin. I just wasn't sure that he was a great coach.
He's done an outstanding job. He's extremely good coach.
He's a winner.
Yep, he's a winner. Period. There's nothing to say. And we were wrong. We said that like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
We were so wrong about Mike Tomlin.
People give him a hard time for going 8-8, but going 8-8 in this league with the type of teams that he's had over the last 3 years,
especially over the last 3.
He's a freaking winner. Like you said,
is tough.
He's a winner.
Yes.
I'm with Mike Tomlin. I would play for Mike Tomlin.
100%. He had me whenever he was talking about he was on the pivot, and he was with Ryan Clark on the pivot and talking about how sickle cell disease or whatever, and going to Denver, and Ryan Clark was talking about how he he got some doctors to clear him, and they were going in and talking to Tomlin, and Tomlin was listening, and he said, basically I started thinking to myself, if he was my son, would I let him do this? And he said the answer was no. So I told him, no, we're not doing that. And he said in that moment, as a coach, I had to care more about him than he cared about himself in that time. Mm-hmm. And when he said that, I was like, yeah, this guy, he gets it.
There's Mike Tomlin when he says like coaches run from coaching. Oh, he can't. He doesn't receive the ball well. This and that. Coaches running from coaching.
If you've never,
it's so good. Yeah, and then there's one more recent that actually it's old, but I just seen the audio of it where one of the Pouncey twins, his center, is a 2-minute drill.
Yep, I saw
was like fighting or arguing, pushing and shoving. He checked him on the sideline now. Like
on the way to the sideline.
Yeah, like he checked him and was like, hey man, this is bigger than you. This is about us. This is bigger than you. I don't care what he said about you. It doesn't matter. This is bigger than you. This is so much bigger than you. The clock is running right now. I need the ball clocked. I need you to get back on the ball, snap it again so we can run another play. And you're out here arguing. And the kid, like Pouncey, grown man, was like kind of like mouthing back, and like Mike stood like
in the paint.
Yeah. And chin up, chest out. I was like, no, bro, what are you talking about? The team is bigger than you. And it was like, whew. Yeah, he's that guy. I'm with him.
I didn't know about that. Trav talking about Caleb Williams. Caleb personality doesn't lend him to winning a locker room over either.
Because he's an individual.
Yep.
Right.
He's a mercenary.
He's about himself.
And we saw that. We saw that at
his whole
USC.
college career, right?
We saw that at USC. Like I said, he's athletic enough to make plays in college. I don't know that he's athletic enough to extend plays the way he did in college in the NFL. I don't see it.
Shout out my guy
Tony Dungy, Super Bowl champion. Anything else up there that like couple of clicks up? Chris, all you got to do against Bulls is shut them out and score.
Yeah, he's been saying that my entire time in Lake Butler. That's all Travis said.
Dolphins look like the worst team in the NFL this week, except the Jags.
Oh, yeah. Jaguars are
the only defeated team. Yeah, the only team that hasn't won a game yet.
270?
A lot. $200+ million.
To be very mid. Are the Cowboys mid?
No, I think they're.
Stream has disconnected.
I think we'll see a different Super Bowl champion this year.
I hope so.
I think so. I think we'll see like a completely different set of teams.
I hope so.
Okay, what are we? 4 games in? Mm-hmm. Who do you have winning the Super Bowl right now, or in the Super Bowl? Yeah.
Exactly. New teams.
I don't know. I don't think it's. I really don't. I'm not gonna go with the Chiefs. I can't. can't.
Why?
I don't know who it is though.
Who's better in the AFC right now? Lamar?
Maybe they had a rough couple games, but they really are better than their record indicates.
What about the Buccaneers? They got a chance to go?
No, I think the Texans maybe. I
I
can see the Texans.
can see the Texans.
I can see the Texans. I think they have a mildly decent schedule to get them there too.
Maybe.
If the Chiefs go get Devontae, then what?
They're not going to go get Devontae.
Why wouldn't they? Rasheed Rice is out.
Team. They've never done that.
Yeah, he's a possession guy.
They've never went. They've never
Like big body possession guy.
5-6 years.
That's what Travis Kelce was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he could be what Rasheed Rice is now.
Who? Hawkins?
Yeah. No. Devontae Adams.
Oh, Devontae Adams. Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I misunderstood you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you really think they could get him?
I think if there's, I don't know.
I mean, me personally, I would. Like,
You wouldn't?
I would.
Would, yeah.
Yeah, you're in a window right now.
Whatever it
You're in a
costs.
window.
Whatever it costs.
I think you have to. Or go back and get Tyreek again.
That'd be interesting. That'd be super interesting.
Yeah, it'd be championship again.
Again, like 100%.
You'd be all in. You'd be all in on the Chiefs then.
Miami's not going for that.
They could
start punting really quickly.
They could get a heck of a return for him.
I'm about to say the price is right.
Mm-hmm.
That, and it's like a good time to do it right now. You don't have a quarterback to throw to him. Raiders are never trading Devontae in division, and Rice didn't tear his ACL back in 4 weeks. If they get anyone, it's Amari Cooper, contract already restructured.
I love that. I got Mark Cooper. Please, Jesus. Please send him to Kansas City.
No,
Get
it
him the
won't be-
hell away from Deshaun Watson, please.
It won't be Deontay Johnson. I don't think.
No. He's found his niche in Tennessee?
Carolina.
What do you think about? Do you think Xavier Worthy takes a bigger role?
No.
He has to, but
I feel like they'll try to.
No, I think they'll split that between Justin Watson, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Sky Moore. I think they'll all take on a little bit bigger role, but I don't like it's so hard because fantasy-wise, and that's what we all care about because we don't really care about the Chiefs in any way.
Nope,
But fantasy-wise, like I don't think it helps anyone.
hey, do you remember when A.J. Brown tried to tell everyone that Juju was only good because of him?
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah. You remember that? That was a long time ago.
You're
100% right. That dude was trash the second he left Pittsburgh.
That's because he started dancing and being weird.
That's who he is. He was doing that when he was in USC.
He just signed, didn't he? Just sign with. I thought Deontay Johnson literally just signed a 4-year deal with Carolina. Like he did not get traded to Carolina, right? Didn't he sign a 4-year deal in the offseason to Carolina? I may be drunk. I don't know.
Carolina will probably
Well, you're drinking Gatorade.
Yeah, that Gatorade may have some crazy stuff in it.
Do what you do, man.
But I'm
not
almost
talking
positive
crazy like
Deontay
that, like
Johnson
you
signed a 4-year, $68 million deal or something crazy, $72 million deal in the offseason. Deontay Johnson's pretty good.
He is.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Nah, I think we good, fam.
All right, that's going to be it for tonight's Hitters. This has been Tyler Off along with Joey Edge and Chris Martinez, and we are Front Porch Sitting. Catch you next time, Hitters.